Yo, 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 what up with it? You know, your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports, guys? We are back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. Guys, first of all, we saw a very, very good fight between Donaire and Inoue today. Guys, those bantamweight guys brought the drama. That was, I guess, the true definition of how Triple G says, big drama show. Man, I'm talking about highly entertained, back and forth action. Even though I think on the scorecards they was kind of leaning towards Inoue way most of the fight. Man, Nonito Donaire gave him some scares. Nonito Donaire cut him up, split him up, bloodied him up. Listen, I was entertained. And then we saw Nonito Donaire get dropped from a body shot, hit so hard, made him run halfway around the ring from post to post. Guys, D-Lo 44 Boxing, what is going on, my dude? Salute, brother. I'm about to get into the Deontay Wilder work, man, but first I had to talk about that. I tried to do a video earlier, like when the fight first ended. I came out to my car, but I don't know how it is now, but the volume was horrible, man. It was horrible. So like, I can't put this out. Even though the work was so good, you know, I couldn't put this shit out. But let's get to it. Let's talk about Deontay Wilder, right? November the 23rd, the rematch against Ortiz. Guys, listen, Deontay Wilder said that Ortiz is a tougher fight than Tyson Fury. You know what? You gotta agree with him if you're him. Maybe we think differently, but if you look at both of those fights, Tyson Fury gave him some issues in feints and movement, and Luis Ortiz gave Deontay Wilder some issues because of his ability to counter. Listen, anytime Deontay Wilder committed to a punch, Ortiz was keeping heat in his face like July in the summertime. Ortiz was coming at him. And you know what? A lot of people say they don't want to see that rematch, right? But when the fight was first over, check this out, guys. Check this out. This for the haters who going to listen to this, not say nothing. When he fought him the first time, this old man that nobody wants to fight, they said, "Oh, Ortiz was robbed. Ortiz was robbed." They should have stopped the fight. Now, after Deontay Wilder gave Wilder too much time, and Wilder is still the winner. Don't you want to see the rematch? I mean, yes, Wilder, the fight ended in a knockout. But what about every round leading up to that? Every round leading up to the knockdown, this shit was, you didn't know what's going to happen. Deontay Wilder was doing well at one point. Ortiz would come back doing well at one point. Ortiz had Deontay Wilder hurt more than a girlfriend who you find out sleeping on you with your best friend. Had him hurt. Wilder came back like fucking Captain America or Captain Caveman. Yeah, some of you guys are too young, you don't know about that. Captain Caveman and son. But Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder, the first fight, it was something that, to me, it was new to Deontay Wilder. Not only is he fighting a crafty fighter, he's fighting a southpaw that's crafty. He's fighting a southpaw that can think. He's fighting a southpaw that's a counterpuncher with incredible timing that in the heavyweight division, all right? And when we saw Deontay Wilder at that time, it was pretty much what most of us think. Listen, if Deontay Wilder touches him, You know, he's going to put Ortiz down. Now, when people ask me who do I think is going to win, I said, listen, I don't remember exactly. I got to go back and watch it. I think it was like maybe 60% for Wilder, you know, maybe 65 for Wilder. But it was like, listen, I favor Wilder, but don't get it twisted. I said, Ortiz is crafty. Ortiz, you know what? I need to go back and find it, because I probably even said that on paper, or not even on paper, that Ortiz could arguably be winning the fight before getting knocked out. Dealer 4-4 boxing, Ortiz versus Wilder had everything I could have asked for in a heavyweight title fight as far as entertainment, man. Bro, it was so entertaining, man. You had the drama. Both guys, right? It wasn't a lopsided victory. It was not a Deontay Wilder. He smokes his ass. I mean, just smokes him, right? He left that smoke ring all the way around him. And if some of you guys know about smoking food, you know what the smoke ring is. He left that smoke ring all the way around Dominic Brazil. It's like, let's do another one, not even using barbecue. But even after you empty a revolver, right? The revolver is still spinning and the gun is smoking. That's how he left Dominic Brazil. We wasn't as much thrilled with the fight as if we were thrilled with the knockout. And listen, the knockout was thrilling. But with this Ortiz fight, listen, man. This Ortiz fight is dangerous right now. Like, I have a friendly bet, $10 that Wilder's going to win. But I had to give up one, right? I had to give up. I took Kovalev, even though I predicted Canelo to win. I took Kovalev to beat Canelo if he gave me Wilder versus Ortiz. But guys, the Ortiz fight is more difficult. Ortiz is not coming to lay down. He is not coming to pity pat. And I don't believe the judges are going to be on Wilder's side like they is for Canelo. I'm being honest. Betting against Canelo, you're probably going to lose. It's going to be very hard for him to lose on the scorecards, and he can't fucking fight. But if he's losing a fight, you're probably going to lose on the scorecard. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think Ortiz versus Wilder is a tougher matchup than Kovalev versus Canelo. My money is not safe, even though my money is on Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder said this. He said, Luis Ortiz is a more difficult or tougher. I think both of them were tough. I think against the Ortiz fight, I think Ortiz able to counter punch Deontay Wilder, because in that fight, Deontay Wilder wasn't going fucking ballistic. I mean, he wasn't just going for the knockout. I mean, he was throwing hard punches, but he wasn't just going for the knockout. Against Tyson Fury, yes, he's slick and can move. Deontay Wilder was just like over fucking committing, right? Think about it. He was not doing that in the Ortiz fight. He wasn't just going out there and wow. Typically, Deontay Wilder does not get wild until he gets you hurt. When he went trying to level Ortiz, it was after he hurt him or hit him with a big shot. Before those moments, Deontay Wilder was jabbing, using the jab, throwing a cross, right? Fast jabs, using his legs, counter punching when he can. Against Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder was saying, fuck this, it's my first pay-per-view, I have to make a statement, and that got to him. And he started throwing a lot of winging punches that he wasn't throwing normally, which allowed for Tyson Fury to make him miss a lot and do some taunting. But, guys, listen, man, this Ortiz fight scares me, bro. This Ortiz fight scares me. And outside of this Ortiz fight, one thing that Deontay Wilder said that made me respect him even more, right? Made me want, not even though he is, but want him as a champion. Because we all know that just because somebody is something don't mean you want them to be that. For an example, Trump. Trump is the president. Million people do not want him as a president. Hell, they're trying to impeach him right now. Deontay Wilder is a champion. But I am happy, I am satisfied that he's the champion. Well, think about this, guys. So far, we don't know everything about this franchise title, but everything that they have told us about this title, as a fan, nothing is good. As a fan, nothing is good about this franchise title. Now, as a fighter that's receiving it, maybe it come with perks. Tony Smith in the building. Salute, brother. So, maybe it come with perks. Nope, you don't have mandatories. Cherry pick fights. May not be cherry pick opponents, but you can cherry pick fights. But it doesn't have the risk of losing it. So, let's do this. Tony Smith, shout out to the LDBC. Going strong with the arm. So, here's the thing, Tony. This franchise title, I'm not sure if you heard of it, this franchise title, it cannot be lost, right? Canelo has a franchise title, Lomachenko has it. And check this shit out. Neither one of these guys held the title long at all to receive it in their division. Neither one of them. Canelo had it a little bit longer than Lomachenko. As soon as Lomachenko got it, they made him a franchise champion. Now you gotta ask yourself this. And this is another reason, if I was Deontay Wilder, wait a minute. Okay, I'm not gonna accept it. But you're telling me that to not even offer it to me first. I have defended the WBC title 10 times. Somewhere between 9, 10, coming up on 11 times. And never lost it. And I always rep you guys. This is the only title that I have, and I rep it. But yet, when Canelo gets it, defends it once, he's the franchise champion. So, let's break down this franchise title. One, the franchise title, it is something that you cannot lose. It is a shield. It's a belt that doesn't go away. When Lomachenko got the franchise title, after only winning it, after just winning it, listen, he won a vacated title. He did not beat the champion because the champion was Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia vacated the WBC title. Lomachenko and somebody else. Think about this, guys. Think about this shit. I think the WBC ordered Lomachenko to fight for it. Even though Lomachenko was already a champion in another division. Not division, I mean for another sanctioning body. The WBC ordered another champion that's in another sanctioning body to fight for their title against another guy. And Lomachenko won that title. And then damn near immediately, right? Think about this. Lomachenko was going to have to face David Hanley. This is what I mean, guys. The franchise title is like a get out of jail free card. The franchise title should have been made for, what is that game? Monopoly. That's what it should have been made for. Because instead of having to fight his mandatory, Devin Haney, Lomachenko was granted a franchise title. And the WBC title that he had, he gave it away. He gave the belt to Devin Haney. Right? So when you give somebody something, it doesn't have the same meaning. It doesn't come with the same respect. People don't look at you being the same champion. Tank Davis and David Haney already had some words. And the first thing that Tank Davis used against him was, I won my title. They gave you yours. And check this shit out, right? Check this shit out. Even though Lomachenko gave up his belt, right? He gave up the WBC title, the belt. And because he didn't, now he doesn't have to fight a mandatory. He doesn't have a mandatory he has to face. And he's his new franchise champion now, right? So he can fight the winner, Teofimo Lopez and Cormier, and become undisputed if he wins. Think about this. If he wins, he can become undisputed for having all 4 major titles. But check this shit out. This is where the plot twists. If the winner, well, not the winner, but if the other guy, not Lomachenko, but if, let's say he fought Teofimo Lopez, right? If Teofimo Lopez won, guess what? He is not undisputed. He still has to fight Devin Haney, who Lomachenko gave the belt up to. He cannot win the franchise title. So the franchise title is all benefits. You get all the benefits and glory of the regular title, but more. You cannot lose it. You cannot give it away. You cannot gift it away. You cannot win it. And you have no mandatories. Nobody can force you to fight nobody. That's all I'm saying, man. So when you hear me say that Deontay Wilder said he will refuse, think about it. First of all, they haven't even offered it to him yet. In my opinion, the WBC is hoping, praying to little baby Jesus and the 3 wise men that Tyson Fury wins. Because I bet you any kind of money going off of Tyson Fury's last opponents, Otto Wallen, Tom Shirts and Shorts Schwartz, if they offer that fight to Tyson Fury, that title to Tyson Fury, and you have no mandatories, right? You don't have to fight nobody that's up and coming and actually work their way to be a mandatory. You don't have to fight them. Holy listen, Tyson Fury would take that fucking franchise title and that lineal title and run away with it. I'm just saying, man. But let me get to it. Deontay Wilder said, listen, if the franchise title is what they say, it does not come with mandatories. You do not have to fight the guy that have worked their way up there. You don't have to give them guys shots. So basically, when you a lot of times, some mandatories are people that really work their way up. It's like they took the blue collar way. They had to fight the tough fights and fight the tough people to make their way to a mandatory position. That way, they can finally get a crack at the title. Otherwise, some of these people would never get a crack at the title. The champion will only cherry pick fights or fight other champions if that may be. Deontay Wilder said, if that's the case, I don't want it. If that's the case, I don't want it. Give it to somebody else. I don't want it. That's big. That's big. So even if you're not a fan of Deontay Wilder's fighting style, maybe you might not be a fan of watching knockouts. Maybe some stupid shit like that. Maybe you're not a fan of watching knockouts. But as an upstanding guy that you can tell by his actions and his words that he's not a puppet. He is not a Tim Bradley. You know, he's Lomachenko. He's Lomachenko. Well, they asked him, well, think about this, right? The last fight that Lomachenko had for the WBC vacated title. Tim Bradley was like, listen, if you win this fight, it doesn't mean much, blah, 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 blah. Then Tim Bradley said, oh, if he wins his next fight, that should make him #1 over Terence Crawford. Then, Andre Ward said, wait a minute. You just said before this conversation that it wasn't a good fight. That basically how, you know, this is not a really tough task for Lomachenko. It's pretty much of an easy fight, blah, blah, blah. But now you're saying if he wins this fight, because of his pound for pound, this should put him over Terence Crawford. Why do you say that? Because he's Lomachenko. He's Lomachenko. Sonny's Boxing Talk. What is blazing, homie? How you doing, brother? Listen, guys, if you're just coming in, because I'm out here in the car, right? I got in the car. I'm like, man, it's cold as shit. In case you guys don't know, I'm in the Midwest, St. Louis, right in the middle of the state. You throw a pin, you might stick me. But Deontay Wilder, with this new franchise title, right? This new, it's like a Superman without a kryptonite, right? It has all the fucking powers, but no weaknesses. Think about this. What is all the powers in boxing but no weaknesses? A title that you can't lose. You can lose over and over and over. And the winner can never get that title. The winner can never be franchise title champion. Never. That is a politic title if I ever hear one. But when Deontay Wilder said this, he has a tough fight coming up, guys. If you don't know, November the 23rd, Deontay Wilder is going to do a rematch with Ortiz. Now, I'm going to agree on this. No, it is not as hot that it would have been if they would have fought the fight back to back. It's called striking when the iron is hot. But listen, man, this is a tough fucking task. If you go back and watch that first fight to see how Ortiz was up at first, then Deontay Wilder knocks him down before, I think in the 5th round, before 10 seconds for the bell ended. And then Ortiz comes back and hurts Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder some kind of way makes it throughout the round. And then Wilder comes back and knock out Ortiz. Guys, listen, man. That is everything that you can ask for. The duck belt. Exactly, bro. That's the duck belt. It doesn't have mandatories. It doesn't have mandatories. You're not forced to fight nobody that has worked their way up. Think about it. Boxing wouldn't be what it is now if we did not have guys that never would have ever got a shot, worked their way up, and finally got a shot and won. A lot of times these guys can lose, yes. But this is the only time these guys get a shot. And now there's a title that does not offer that opportunity. There's a title that's going to allow you to pick and choose every fight you want. And even if you lose that fight, you don't lose the title. So think about this, right? Think about this. I'm just an example. If Lomachenko, right? If he fights Teofimo Lopez, let's say Lopez wins the IBF title, right? If Lopez beats Lomachenko, not Lopez, I'm using the whole name. If Lopez beats Lomachenko, he does not get that WBC franchise title. If Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez, he will get his title. It's no risk. With that title, it's no risk, but it's all rewards. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. So, when you got a fighter like Deontay Wilder saying, my hat is off to Deontay Wilder. I really hope that they put an end to this. I hope that I don't think they're going to do it right now. I definitely hope they don't make any more champions like this. Because, guys, every time they do this, or at least the 2 times they done it, Jamal Charlo was up for his fight. Think about this. For you Jamal Charlo fans, do you feel better or more about Jamal Charlo after getting gifted the title than you did before? Probably not. A matter of fact, part of you might be a little sad. Why? Because he didn't fucking win it. Why? Because you know people are not going to respect him. If that's your guy, the one thing you want from your guy, you want him to get his respect, to get his just due. And if you hand somebody something, you're not getting his just due. You're not. You're just not getting it. Devin Haney is not respected more now than he was before. He's not. Talented, he's talented as fuck. But whenever you get a belt, see, right now they're trying to make you feel good, right? They're telling you, oh, Devin Haney's the youngest champion, WBC champion. They're trying to make you feel good. They're trying to make Devin Haney feel good. But give it about 3 or 4 years online, maybe 5 years. Could be shorter than that. When a champion comes along that they want to be the champion, and he actually earns the title, they're going to argue and say, well, Devin Haney was gifted the title. Yes, he's a younger champion with a title, but he didn't fight for it. This new channel, Bob Brady, he fought for it. And they're gonna take respect from him. We don't recognize that belt. No. And here's the thing is, man, I wish every fighter felt that way. Most fighters do feel this way, but the one thing that's going to keep them franchise champions fighting is money. See, Canelo to me has a little bit more to offer than Lomachenko but he does not have fans like that yet. He is not selling tickets like that yet. He is not pulling a crowd like that yet. Canelo demands a crowd. Not a fan of the title, not to fight Devin. Think about this, guys. This shit, I'm saying it's kind of cowardly in a way, man. And I hate to say that shit because when you know your mandatory is Devin, but you decide to give up the belt to give it to Devin, right? And they this franchise title. And but if you lose in an undisputed matchup, the winner that beats you is not undisputed. Fuck that, man. Be the franchise champion was afraid of him. That would be my response. Bro, it's crazy, man. But when you got a champion like Deontay Wilder, who has not accepted that title, matter of fact, I'm sorry. I cannot say he has not accepted it because they didn't offer it to him, guys. They did not offer it to him. Who has probably 9 or 10 title defenses with that title over the current franchise champions that was offered the title. It has not been offered to him. And I don't think they want to offer it to him. I think if they do it, it's out of fucking pity. Just to try to satisfy some Wilder fans. To see, we gave him the title too. We are good. They really want to give that shit to Tyson Fury. To give up the regular WBC title. And then guess what's going to happen then? Guess what's going to happen? If they make Deontay Wilder the franchise title and Deontay Wilder gives up the WBC regular title, whoever gets that regular title, they are going to probably the zone from the ledge holding a franchise title. The thing about it here is, with Canelo should not, if Deontay Wilder accepts that belt, they are going, and Wilder would not